Hello, and welcome to the Women of a Particular Age podcast, where we discuss women's views, life lessons, and a little bit of sugar, honey, iced tea. My name is Tara.
Happy holidays. This is Heather.
All right, and my friend, how are you doing? Happy belated Christmas. How are you?
Thank you. Same to you. I am doing very good. Christmas is done, and now I'm just waiting for the new year, 2025, to,
That's right.
to
That's
come in
right.
with a
All right. Well,
bang.
then, look, it's well. Let's get a little recap. Give us a little tidbit of how your holiday was, girl.
Holidays were good. They were
Okay.
quiet. Christmas Eve, with the immediate family, we just ordered Chinese food delivery, you know,
Okay.
just
Sounds
chilled.
good.
And then yesterday we went to a relative's house,
Okay.
where there was, great nieces and nephews, and my
Yeah.
sister-in-law and her husband, and nieces and nephews. So it was a lot of fun. It's fun
Okay.
watching the kids getting all excited with their gifts and
Right.
having good
Right.
conversation and food and drink with everyone. So it was a very nice holiday. How about you? How
Oh,
was yours?
oh, all right, friend. Well, I posted those pictures. Now I can tell you the night.
Mm,
I would say not. I wouldn't say Christmas Eve, but the Monday of, which was the 23rd. My cousin had a Christmas Eve party at her home. She had a whole bunch of lovely food, lots of people, lots of cousins I hadn't seen in a long time. I felt it just felt wonderful. It was so nostalgic to spend time with them. And then
that's
I'll say the
wonderful.
Christmas, me and my
Yes.
daughter, we got up early. We cooked all the food that you see me post on Instagram. So if you guys want to see, you're gonna have to go to Jolly Studios, go see the food. We made gumbo, we made baked chicken, made roast, made hot water cornbread. I made a cake. We even had cheesecake. And actually, we stayed in our pajamas all day, and we had mimosas, and we just watched movies all day, friend. That's what we did, girl.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it sounds like a wonderful time with your family. The food that you posted, I mean, you had me
Girl,
drooling. I was like, oh, I wish I
girl,
was there. That food, oh, it looked delicious. It looked,
girl,
and
girl.
yeah, to tell our viewers, I did talk to you during the day while you were cooking. You were kind of telling me, what you were making, how you were making it. You're in the kitchen with your daughter. That was so
Yeah,
sweet. I love that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
so
how you
I'm
said
glad.
what was the chef and what was the sous chef?
Exactly. That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah. So listen, folks. Before we get started, we would love you to like, share, and subscribe. So that way, if any of our content comes out, you will never miss out on it. You will always be able to get it. I would say go ahead and subscribe with us. And they also have the little bell, the little ding ding that you can press on the side. And that way it'll let you know when any of our content is put up. We always post on every Friday, but sometimes we get a little special. We're older women. Things happen. We wasn't able to do
Yeah.
it last week, but
Mhm.
we getting it together. We get it together this time. Aren't we, Heather? We get it together this time.
That's right, girl. We got it together.
All right, so now listen, before we get started, we
Mhm.
always we always talk about we always like to toast to each other. But today, we wanted to let you guys know what we're drinking. So Heather, please let all our folks know what you're drinking today.
Yeah, so I am drinking. It's a lemon moscato.
Okay.
It's delicious, very light,
Okay.
very
Mhm.
refreshing.
Okay.
The brand name is Oliver, and
Okay.
I got it
Oliver.
at World Market, and
Okay.
that's usually like 10.99 a bottle. So, and it's a large bottle too,
Okay.
and it's
Okay.
very tasty, very refreshing. So
It
that's what
sounds
I'm
good.
drinking today.
Mm.
That's mm-hmm.
Mm. All right, well, folks, I'm going to tell you what I'm drinking. I'm drinking old school Andres for all y'all. Y'all know what it is. That old school Andres, extra dry. Okay, you can get it at Food for Less, Superior. You can get it at Ralph's. You can get it at Vons. You can get it at John's. Okay, so I'm drinking Andres, half and half. A little bit of Andres, a little bit of orange juice. Okay, so before we
Mm.
get started, what do we always do, Heather? Before we get started?
We're gonna do a little cheers, a little toast.
Okay.
Cheers, my
All
friend.
right. Cheers, friend. Mm-mm.
Mm.
Okay. So, folks, now usually we usually have a subject that we like to talk about, but today we just wanted to give you a little holiday recap. But there's something that me and Heather saw this week. It's a movie this week that we saw that we just could not come here and not tell you about. Okay. And the name of this movie is it's a Netflix movie. Tell Me That You Love Me. Okay. Let me get a little picture here because I want to give you guys, I always like to give you guys some visuals of what we got going here. All right. It's Tell Me That You Love Me. And this is a documentary that explores a conversational relationship between a professor, and a nonverbal man that leads to a trial over race, disability, and power. Folks, I bet you guys are wondering what we are talking about with this movie. Okay? Well, just to give you guys a little recap, this movie was made by Nick August Perna. Okay. Now the movie came out on Netflix in 2023. Now, Mr. Perna, what he did was he interviewed a professor, and she was really top of her game. And she specialized in disabled people. And what this professor did was she was accused of sexually assaulting, really essaying a young man who happens to be disabled. So now, for movie's sake, we do have to let you guys know that the professor was white and the young man was black. Okay. So now where this starts at, it starts where this professor meets this other young man, which is Derek Jackson's or DJ, which is the young man in question, his brother at school. Brother is going to school to get his degree. And then that's where it starts. Now, Heather, tell me this, because you know we don't want to give them all the movie.
Right.
Tell me a part that stuck out with you with this movie. Okay, tell me a part that stuck out with you with this movie.
Well, I think at the start of the movie
Yeah,
is the family, which is the older brother that's going
yeah,
to this very well known university. He's getting his his PhD,
right,
and he meets this professor. She talks about people with learning disabilities and different ways of coping and how they can learn how to communicate.
right,
And his brother, which is
yeah,
DJ, the professor is Anna. Those are the two main characters.
right,
Uh, the brother said, wow, this would be really good for my brother because he has cerebral palsy, and
mhm,
also was noted as having is disabled.
mhm,
I don't want to use that one word, but MR will say it. And he
okay,
was nonverbal. And
yeah,
so he thought, wow, this would be a good tool that it'd be nice to be able to communicate with him, right? To see
right,
what's in his
right,
head.
right,
He felt like he has stuff to say, but he can't communicate, but he could learn.
right,
So they end up, um, the family, the mother and the older brother, end up talking to the professor. And she said she took it on. She said, okay, yeah, I'll work with them, to
okay,
teach them this method of communication using a keyboard. And so that's how the whole thing starts.
now that's how it starts. Now we're going to give them, now Heather, we're not going to give it all, we're going to give them bits and
Right.
pieces.
Yes.
Now that's where it starts. Now tell me this, how did you feel when she talked about the first time, I'm not going to say make contact, the first time she stated that they should kiss? Friend, friend. I, I,
Yes.
I need you to give me some clarity, okay?
Okay.
Because
So,
I really want people to see this movie because I want them to understand how difficult it is, how we're really on the fence with this movie, okay? How she's
very,
stating he's
yeah.
communicating with her, but the family's like, Mm,
Yeah, he's been nonverbal since a child, and
exactly, exactly.
disabled, and that he's more like a as far as his mindset, he's like a baby. He
Yeah,
really doesn't. Yeah, like a baby's mind. But
right.
yeah, so they do start communicating using a keyboard, where
Yes, the
Anna
keyboard.
facilitates it by holding his hand because he's disabled. His
Right,
hand is, a little, contorted,
right.
and
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 folks, please keep this in mind. Anna is holding his.
yes, so she's holding the where the wrist is, and then the finger with her hand, and then she's supposed to be supporting him so he can hold the finger straight so he can pick the letters on the keyboard to communicate.
Right,
And okay, so at one point, it's communicated about he wanted to kiss her. This is what she alleges, that she says that, and then
correct.
she agreed to it. So they did. But you have to see this movie to really understand the two people, because what we're telling you, when you watch it, it's all going to come into play, and then you're going to
Exactly,
understand our feelings
exactly.
about it. And we don't really
Oh,
want to tell
wow.
you, we're just telling you certain things because
Right,
everybody's going to have a different opinion about it. I tell you
that's
what,
right.
when Tara told me to watch this movie, I was a little uncomfortable because of some of the things that she told me. And I said, I don't know if I really want to see this relationship between a white professor and a black man who has cerebral palsy and is disabled, mentally, disabled.
And folks, please, we're not laughing because he's disabled.
No,
We're
it's just,
we're laughing
no, we're
because
not at
there's
all.
so many things, there's so many things that's happened. We
Yeah,
we we need you to understand. Excuse me. We need you to understand that this woman started a sexual relationship with this young man, and she
yes,
stated that he agreed to it, and they're
yes.
having
That it was
relations.
consensual, that it was
Oh,
consensual, and that he
exactly.
agreed. Right. And yes. And so, like I said, you have to watch it because
Have to watch it. You
you're
gotta
if we
watch it.
what we're telling you, you're gonna I formed a certain opinion in my head, but when
Right,
I saw the movie, I completely did a 360
right,
because
right,
but yeah, so I'll let you, take us down that road. Yes, because then I'm going to tell you what my opinion is about her and her feelings
Oh, no,
versus
no,
his
no,
feelings.
no, no, no. Oh no, we're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk
so I
about the
want to hold
we're
off.
gonna get to that in a minute. So now listen, folks. Not only do we want you to know that they formed, or it was a sexual relationship. This lady was being intimate with this young man at school, at school, on school premises, on different
Hmm.
floors at the school. We're not, I don't want to be disrespectful. I just have to tell you the movie because that really is the movie, folks. You got to see it. You got to see it. And you're not, and folks, just so you know, you're not going to see anything. They're not going to show you anything. You're not going to see them being intimate. You will see bits and pieces of her discussing her part of the story. You will see this young man's mother, who is also his caretaker, telling her part of the story, and you will also see his older brother
Yeah,
discussing how he felt about this. You really got to see it. Now, Heather,
yeah.
listen. Come on, tell us. Come on, tell us how you really feel about this. Tell us what you think about the lady.
Well, prior to seeing the movie, I thought this lady, something's wrong with this lady. But
Yeah.
I saw the lady. I mean, she is a very well known and respected professor in her
Yes.
field.
Yes, she is.
Her
Yes.
time with the communicating, and it had helped a
Hmm.
lot of people, in the
Yes.
the disabilities with
Yeah. We
this
want
method
people to know she
of
helps folks.
communicating on the keyboard. So I mean, smart woman. She was
Yeah,
married. She was married to
she
a black.
wasn't, she's not an outward, she's not a crazy woman.
No, no,
Not
and she's married. No, she's married to a black man. They have two small children. She
which
has a
was
great,
that was coincidental.
which is
That's
coincidental. Exactly,
coincidental.
exactly. And I didn't know at the beginning, at the very beginning, when Tara told me about the movie, I didn't know that there was, she was white and he was black. I didn't know that. Then when
Yes,
she told me, I just thought like, oh, and then my
yes.
wheels started spinning, thinking like, oh gosh, But what I
Mhm.
will say is, after watching this movie and listening to Anna speak,
Yes,
now she grew up with her mom also helping disabled people. She was
that's
around
right.
disabled
So it's in her
people
blood.
her life since she was a little girl.
Yes,
She would meet all these people that were disabled, the people that her mom helped. She was
right.
involved with caring for these people and helping her mom. She
Mm-hmm.
was very empathetic with disabled people, and she
Yeah,
loved. From what I'm seeing, that she loved these people, and that's why
yeah,
she pursued her degree and
yeah,
decided to make the studies of this, learning and for disabled people.
yeah. Very
Now,
passionate about it. Very
very
passionate about it.
passionate about it, but her falling in love and her speaking about how she felt about
Yeah,
DJ,
yeah.
honestly, I I felt like she did. She was in love. I don't feel like it was in an abusive relationship or like in her mind, her
Right.
feelings. I can't speak, for the gentleman DJ, he has his
Yeah,
disabilities, and
yeah.
that's different. But the way she was communicating, coming across, it was to me genuine that she really fell in love with this man.
Yes,
And
yes.
I could feel it because I felt like she grew up around people like this. So it's not too far fetched that she could fall in love with him.
Right, right,
Now,
right.
now she has a husband at home, but
Uh-huh.
whatever, they don't really talk about that relationship or the children. They don't
They
talk
don't
about
talk
that.
about it at
So we
all.
don't know what kind of relationship she had with her husband.
That's
But
right.
she, you have to understand,
And
she
Heather,
also spent a lot.
we don't even know if the husband even really knew about DJ in that capacity.
No,
Because
no, but
what I
no, he
mean?
thought, no, he did not. Well, no, he ended up finding out when the police came. That's when he found out.
Whoa.
Yes, he had no idea because he was in shock when the police came and they wanted, because they did a search. They had a search warrant,
Yeah. Yes,
right?
right.
And he had no idea, nothing. This was like out of the blue. And they never talked about the
Yeah.
relationship between the husband and Anna. So I
Not at
don't know
all.
what kind of relationship it was. But I will tell
Not
you
even about
this,
the children. They didn't even talk about the
not even
children.
about
They
the
didn't say
children.
anything.
She fell in her mind in love with this man, and she was willing to
Yes,
put everything, her husband, her kids. She wanted to remake a whole new life with
right.
DJ, knowing
Yes.
it was not going to be easy to be
A
with this
whole new
man.
life. Get married. Get married. Had a
Yes,
conversation with the
she
mother
wanted
that
to get
she's
married.
gonna take him
Yes,
over, relinquish all everything he's doing for
yes.
him. She's gonna take it on.
Yes, she wanted to assume the whole responsibility when the family was already
Right.
used to doing that. And the family was very taken aback, like, this is too weird. Like basically
Yeah.
you've crossed that line. We
Oh
trusted
yeah.
you that you were
Oh
helping
yeah.
our son, and then the mother finds out about the
About
stuff
the
that they were
intimacy
doing.
part.
The mother just could not. She could not fathom it. She couldn't relate to
Girl,
it. She couldn't
she was,
understand
oh
it.
my God.
And the brother too.
I don't even know if the words were anger. I think she was just beside herself. She was, she was taken aback, like, what? He
Yeah,
trusted you, and this
right.
is what you're
So I
doing.
mean, I can definitely see the mother and the brother saying, "Gosh, you're taking advantage of our, my son, and his brother," and it's
Right,
like, and we entrusted you. You're a professor. You're a
right,
professional. We were hoping this
right.
was going to help our son, and now I feel like it's actually hasn't helped him. At the end, in the long run, because you've done this, you've crossed that line.
Heather, let's say this: not the help that they were looking for. That's what I'm. Not the
That
help that they
what?
were. I'm being sarcastic. Not the help that they were looking for. I don't want to.
Not right,
Not
exactly.
not that type of help, girl. Because he
Not
got some
no.
help, but not the help. I don't know
But
if this was
but
help that was
nobody
needed.
who's gonna think that this would transpire, right? Like you don't
Yes,
think at all, especially this professor that's very well known and
but
respected.
but Heather, and this is ongoing from 2009 to 2011, and they're being intimate with one another
Yes.
ongoingly. We want
Yeah.
people to know that this was ongoing. This wasn't once or twice. They
Yeah.
were having relations.
And not only at the school, but the first time they had relations, they had it at the mom's house because the mom had gone to church.
Yes,
She didn't, yeah, she did not
I
respect
forgot
that
about that part.
space.
Yes,
That was the first time it was there. And, you know, yeah, yeah, I can understand the family being upset, but I can also understand, honestly, she really
yeah.
seemed very genuine about her feelings and wanting to remake this whole life. And then she wanted to shove the husband and the kids like non-existent and then
You
just
know
start
what?
this new life.
I really want people to see this because I would really love for people to put in the comments
Oh
what
gosh, yes. We would
they
love to
how
hear comments.
movie. I
Yes.
would love to hear your comments about it. Okay, so let me tell you what I thought when I first read about this movie. Okay, because what I do is, folks, I look at a lot of movies. So what I do is I get online, I look at a movie, and I say, Heather, it's a movie about a woman. Because remember, that's what our podcast is about women. And this just happened to be about a woman and this situation, which is a unfortunate situation. And when I read the text about it, I had formed an opinion, just like Heather. But then once looking at the movie, folks, I have to be honest with you. I'm really, really indecisive about it. It's really weird. Now, this lady, just so you know, this lady got tried and she got convicted and she got 12 years, two 12-year consecutive sentences. Okay. And it was reduced to two years because she took a lighter sentence. But I really want you guys to look at this because if you have not seen this, I want to know what your opinion is going to be. I want to see if it's going to just be, oh, she just did it because she's weird. Or do you kind of feel like me and Heather do? Because me myself, it doesn't. She doesn't outwardly seem malicious. She doesn't seem like she's doing something malicious. She's truly
Mhm.
wanting to help this young man, and then it seems like it turned into something else. Do I know how it turned into something else? Do I really know if they really communicated? I'm going to be honest with you, folks. That part I can't say. But I am going to
Yes.
say that when you see the movie and you see her, she's genuine in everything that she's wanting to do. And that's the reason why I want you to see it, because I want you to see how genuine she was with this situation and with this young man. Right, Evan?
Yes. Yes. It's like you said, you
I
get mixed
know.
emotions about the stuff because it's just
Yeah.
too out there. It's just too out there. And then I see the mom and how she's feeling, the brother. I see how Anna's feeling, and then
Yeah.
we're talking a lot about her, the
Yeah.
mother, and the brother, but
Yeah, but
DJ really is the
let's talk about
center of
DJ.
everything. He really. Uh, I don't know. He
I feel like
seemed to
he's
be
the one that suffered at the end of all this.
at the end of all this because right, I mean, in the beginning he was learning how to communicate with the keyboard,
Right.
but you'll see that there'll be experts that got involved with the type of education with the keyboard, if opinions, if they think
Right.
it's a good thing or if it's just more manipulated by the person that is guiding the person's arm and finger, the keyboard,
Right.
and they felt
Right.
that maybe she may have been typing all this out. And she also attended classes with him. He ended up attending a class, DJ at the
He
college.
did.
And she sat with them and he communicated, and she would raise her your hand, to speak for him. And you'll see there's a scene there where there's a miscommunication between both of them, which is, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it was interesting because he got a little angry with her because she misspoke as to what he really wanted her to say on his behalf in the class.
Right.
Because he said one thing, communicated that this, and then she spun it around in a different way.
Right.
What her maybe interpretation or what she may
Right.
have thought sounded better. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Whew,
Mhm.
man. All I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you folks is if you get a chance, please, please, please see this movie because I'm going to tell you this movie, Heather, this was really a good movie. This was a
Yeah.
good movie, friend.
Well, I will say something that the movie, which is like a documentary style, I thought was
Yes.
very well put together,
Yes.
uh, very tastefully done.
Mm-hmm.
According to everything that happened. So I felt it was very tastefully done,
Yes.
and they.
It was good.
But you got the information, and you'll just have to watch it, and you'll just have to make that
Yeah.
decision. Do you think it was she was doing this for her own satisfaction? Was she
Right.
truly in love with him? Did GJ
Or look at
really
what the
have
control.
feelings? Yeah, did he really have feelings, or
Yeah.
he was kind of manipulated with the
Yeah.
communication or
Yeah. Or
miscommunications?
or Heather, you know what everybody's big question is going to be? Was he really typing? Because that's
That's
always
that's
everybody's
what yeah,
question.
that's what I'm talking about, like the miscommunication,
Yeah.
because there's an expert there that's going to say that a lot of times the disabled person might be manipulated because the person that's holding the finger in the hand could
Right.
be typing out stuff
That's right.
very easily, and it may not
That's
be
right.
what the person is really thinking. She's just typing out what he or she wants to hear
That's
communicate,
right.
right?
That's right. That's right.
It's almost like you're fishing, especially if you're
Right.
trying to see if you have feelings for this person. You're trying to feel like, let me see, let me type this out and see what that person, how they react to it. Are they open to it? Are they not open to it? So, yeah.
Ooh. A little bit
Mhm.
of manipulation right there.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
for
Well,
sure.
folks,
It
listen.
could be.
Once
Yeah.
again, this is a Netflix movie. It is called Tell Me You Love Me. It came out in 2023. You can go see it on Netflix right now. Listen, we are so glad that you guys joined us. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. We did. Heather, as always, friend, I appreciate you joining me.
Oh, appreciate you too, my friend. And I wish everybody a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. And
That's
I
right.
think we should do a little cheers to
Yeah, because we're going to always
2025.
cheer, child. You know.
That's right.
All right, folks. So listen, thank you for joining us and have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Bye.